Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. What up, my friends? Welcome to Bets for Breakfast. We are 2 hours later than normal, but just as many wins are incoming. I'm about to show you a 25-7 back-to-back night, 16-4, I believe, on Monday. Yesterday, then went 9-3. Let's do the recap, and then let's make a bunch more picks and win some more money together. It's time to get paid. All right, we're diving right in. No intro. Actually, no. Some people want the intro show music. Give me 30 seconds. 30 seconds. I just wanted to pound some caffeine. Let's go. Let's go. All right. How are we going to do this? Let me pause the music. It's off. It's gone. It's just you. It's me. Let's make some money. We're going to quickly recap if you're new to the show because you're like, man, I never tune in. It's 11 a.m. I don't know. What is this? Well, that's for breakfast. I'm going to recap yesterday's picks, the day prior, everything. Then we're going to make a ton today, usually between 10 to 20 picks you're about to receive. The win rate over these public shows, about 63% win rate, fully tracked every single pick using my own tracker tool on my own site. If you want access today and you're like, I want to have a 60%, 63% win rate on my own 24 hours a day, 30 days per month, instead of just this 30 minutes to 1 hour, 5 days a week, myspreadyedge.com down below. All right, let's go. Here is yesterday's picks. All right, you can see them all. Every single one made on the show. We also had 7 plays left over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 plays left over. Are you ready for this? Because I already saw what the results were. I quickly Googled. So 9-3. You ready? This is all using the tools in my site. We're going to resolve all, and you're also going to see Tuesday update. Bam! 16-3. Yeah. All those picks we were waiting on. And I showed everybody at the beginning of the show yesterday, and I was like, well, be careful because we got a ton of picks from just the same game, Pistons and Thunder. And I said, if we get a bad game flow, we can get absolutely wrecked. Well, my friends, we got the perfect game flow in these bets, and we went nuclear. This is May 4th. This is Monday's show, 16-3. And then yesterday went 7-4. So what is that? And then we had 17, 23, and 7. 23 and 7 run. What did I write? 25 and 7? Okay, well, it's off by 2. It is what it is. So let's get to work for today's leftovers because we still have a bunch. I'm going to show you those real fast. We have 10 bets. Oh, no. I didn't recap them all. Hold on. We had more wins than 7. It was these 2. Maniac and Gleyber Torres under a half a run. There we go. I knew 2 didn't go through it. So we did go 25 and 7. I was right. I'm going to show you again. 16-3 on Monday, 9-4 on Tuesday. And we still have, and here's the remaining. So if you're watching the show first time, you're like, well, what else is left? You can see right here. Here's a quick zoomed in list. Pause the screen should you need to, so on and so forth. Now let's make a bunch of picks for today. How about that? Let's get to it. Absolutely insane run. So at any time you're like, well, how do I get results that match your graph here? I'm showing you every live show. I show you exactly how I make my picks. I talk through them and everything. We're going to do it together right now and hopefully make a bunch of money together. So buckle up. It's time. I'm not literally like, this is just the best stretch I can remember in quite some time. Things are going well, and we're just going to do what we did yesterday, and we're going to keep repeating it. And I talked about this a little bit. Remember, if I'm going to highlight it real fast one more time because this stuff matters to me. You'll see MLB will get a fair amount of overs. NBA will literally just be mostly only unders. I just won't touch an over for NBA. And again, how do I know that that's the angle I want to go? Well, based on my site and all the tracked picks, watch NBA unders win rate, and we've done the math on the show, much higher than overs. And will be overs, much higher win rate than unders. Not bad for either the opposite, NBA overs and MLB unders. They're still good. It's like, 58, 59%, but we're looking at like 67, 68% win rates for the opposite. So we're just going to play the optimal approach for this show. So here's one right here. VJ Edgecombe, this is for May 6th. That is tonight, 7:10 p.m. This is a DVIG line, minus 124 odds. You can get this pick on DraftKings Pick 6. Now, the sites that I'm using for the bookmakers here, I cover this every single show. I'm going to tell you this. On my YouTube, in my pinned video feed spot, there's a tutorial for the site. You'll see exactly why I set this up the way I set it up if you want to dive in. Because I'm 2 hours late, I'm just going to dive into the picks. At any time, if you're a website user, you can click helpful hints. There's a YouTube tutorial and then kind of some written notes if you want some help. And every single tutorial is linked, deep linked to the second of when that tool is highlighted in the tutorial. But anyways, here we go. I got my filters, my markets all set up, labels. If we want to get real specific, we would go NBA and unders like this, and VJ Edgecombe to pop up. So bang, there's a play for DK Pick 6. Karl-Anthony Towns under 15.5 rebounds and assists for Prize Picks. Also available on Better DFS. BetMGM, hey, if you want to run it over there, minus 110, you get a 4.1% edge against the DVIG line of a minus 120. You get this for a minus 118 on Prize Picks for a 3-pick entry. So bang, we got 2 picks right off the rip. I switch over to MLB. I'm going to go look at overs. I got 2 right here. Let's go with the first one here on the board. Kyle Higashioka. My bad. This one is underdog. Gotta love that. That is a nice hits, runs, RBIs over half. Hey, we played the Ryan McMahon over half of a hit, run, RBI. He had a 2-run bomb in the first inning of second inning, I think. Third innings. One of those. DeGrom got beat up by the Yanks yesterday. This one's on underdog. So bang, we got a pick for each real quick right off the bat to get started. Let's keep going. I've got a lot to do today. So I'm burning through picks. It is on you to pause the screen. It is on you to enter them quickly. I just want to give, and I want you to take it in, get what you can from it. Some of this stuff moves when I'm talking about it. It's just rapid fire. We got 175 people watching across the internet right now. Thank you to those people who are tuned in early on the show, despite this being 2 hours later than normal. I appreciate that immensely. If you're new to the show, subscribe, turn your notifications on, like, retweet, wherever you are, all that good stuff, okay? And we're just going to keep making money together on this show every single weekday for about an hour per day. Okay. I had to take a sip of coffee. Whew. On fire right now. Literally on fire. 25-7. I mean, how many people in the public watching the show are not signed up but just got their pockets filled? Like, that's absurd. Like, if you have experienced the last 2 days of this product on this live show, and then you see the calendar that I share on the screen for my bets, and you see it, and it's like green. What are you doing, man? Like, bet these plays, but then join, because if I can do this while live, just do it yourself. Like, my goal on this show is to feed you, but then I want to teach you. The tutorial inside Discord, that's what teaches you. I want to teach you. I want you to be a winner without me. I'll feed you for an hour a day here, 63% win rate. 25-7 last 2 days. I love seeing that, Jason. 7 days. Let's go. Yep. If anything disappears, no longer of value or no longer available. But that's my goal. So line your pockets. You're going to make money. And then you know what you do after you make money? You're like, let me come back and just buy this myself. And I can do this on my own around the clock without you donuts. And like, that's the goal. I want to teach you. I want you to be real solid with your decision making, your know-how, and then go make money on your own. Like Dr. J right here. He tunes in daily. He said it himself. And then he is making bank. Like he didn't make, that's not my 58 units given to him. Like he did it on his own because he's learned a lot. Anyways, Brandon Young, we got an over for a MLB prop. We love that. Better DFS. Now I have done a pick for all 4 pick'em apps to start the show the way we like to do it. $944 whale money is coming in on ProfitX at -120. You could get this on PrizePicks. You can get it on Better DFS. These are nice values. Plus EV plays, essentially. It's a very small edge. But hey, those edges compound. There we go. We got unders for MLB. I'm not interested right now. So let's move over to the DFS optimizer and we can get real specific. So we're going to look at MLB overs, underdog, and prize picks. If you want anything else, again, use the site. do it on your own. I mean, again, my goal is to fill your pockets, to fill your coffers, to give you picks. And then if you want more, use the site. It's a discounted entry price right now. The price is going to get jacked up here soon, especially before the NFL season. Could be, 3-digit price tag at some point here soon. So you get grandfathered in whatever you sign up at. I show you daily how easy it is to make money. Martin Perez, over 3.5 strikeouts. Penny has this at -143. Penny, the sharpest prop book for MLB. I mean, they're the sharpest in the world for a lot of things. FanDuel's up there as well, -125. Sharp odds calculation came out to a -133. If you don't know what that is, again, go watch the tutorial. I'm not going to break it all down. I just want to feed people today. That's over 3.5 strikeouts on underdog. What am I doing when I'm saving? This saves to the My Bets tracker. That is for users on the site. It's just a way to track their process. That's it. You want to track your process and be like, all right, on this tool, I have been doing overs for MLB only using the Sharp Money Radar when it's $1,000 or more of liquidity from the whales. And like, you want to track that for a week? There, you can do that. This is a process tracking tool. Patrick Corbin, over 3.5 strikeouts. These are garbage pitchers that we're taking overs for, but we're just playing the math, man. That's it. That's literally all we're doing. So that one is on underdog as well. Those are both there on PrizePicks. Should you want them, by all means. Michael Lorenzen, again, another garbage pitcher, -132 on Penny, -125 sharp odds. Plug and play. We're not going to overthink this stuff. We're just plugging these guys in. We switch over to NBA. Again, I told you today is going to be about as rapid fire as it gets. We smashed NBA. Absolutely went nuclear against the NBA. And I'm going to show you real quick. Look at the NBA results for the last couple days. Here's Monday's NBA results. I have filtered out only NBA on the screen. All right, you ready for this? Let's count it up together. Oh, actually, does it show me here? All right, on Monday, MLB went 5-0. On Tuesday, MLB went 6-2. How about NBA? 3-2 yesterday, 11-3 on Monday. All right, I don't even know if I've ever really taken my time just to look at individual days. How cool. MLB on Friday went 10-4. So MLB is specifically on a 15-4, 21-6 run on the show. Oh my gosh, that's absurd. This tool is too good. But anyways, yeah, I mean, we went 16-3 on Monday, 9-4 yesterday, and there's still some more plays tonight. Tonight's games, a bunch of NBA unders. Let's get back to work. So NBA unders, let's do it. AJ Mitchell under 3.5 rebounds. This one's on underdog. Here's the deal. I don't think I'm playing this one. Why? Well, I'll give you a little precursor of what you'll see on the tutorial. All right? The tutorial, my friends. Tutorial's worth it. Yes, the A plus B plus went 4 of 5. So they went 4-1, not 4 and 5. That 4-5 looks like they went 4 and 5. No, there was 5 picks and they went 4 and 1. Yeah. Cool. Love. Absolutely. SMR Raider is how I made my alt parlays yesterday. Finally getting the hang of it to be consistent. Love that, dude. People, they find their own way to make money. And I'm glad they use what they see on the show as like the baseline. It's a good place to start. First day back on the court, went up 6 units. Let's go, Trayson. Good to see you, bro. Bam rules. Done. New York sucks. Bam rules. Yeah, whatever. If we buy the MySpray Edge tool right now, Essential Edge, $39.99, and then we get grandfathered then, is that price will not? Yes. Yes. Okay. Give me 30 seconds to explain this to the masses, and then let's make more picks together, okay? We're about to make a ton of NBA picks. I know people are really excited about that. My internet around this time, just so you know, every day around like 10:30 to like 12:30 slows down dramatically. We learned that during the NFL season. Okay. Landing page, you can check it out. Click this. It's going to show the difference between mobile and PC for all these different tools. Anyways, when you get down here, scroll past all the other stuff if you don't care about it. Grandfathered price is 33% off right now. All right. So this is legitimately 33% off, and this is forever. If you stay signed up, you keep this. So this price, you sign up today, $59.99 for the Sharp Edge. You get everything on the site. In 3 months, if it's $89.99, you keep this. Next year, if it's $195, you keep this as long as you're signed up. Same here, Essential Edge. The only thing on the Essential Edge that you do not get, that Sharp Edge gets right now, you do not get the Sharp Money Rater and the DFS Optimizer. Those are very specific. They were brand new, and they're made specifically for the Sharp tools. The Essentials are essentially your Essential Edge, the essential tools you need to bet on sports. That'll be the projection player model, projection game model, the tracker tool, which is being changed and turned into the quick plays tool. Hint, hint, wink, wink. You're going to freaking love that. You got the trends tools, which I have not shown, and the plus EV optimizer, which is an absolute W. So, all right. Yeah, Jay Hayes, at some point I will. I'll go back to my primary YouTube channel. Again, this is my second YouTube channel. This one is specifically just for the Bets for Breakfast live shows. The other one's where I'll make all my videos. But at some point, I'll probably stop doing live shows over the summer and switch over to NFL long-form videos and prepare for the NFL season. All right. Let's keep going. So anyways, watch that tutorial. You know, I talk about this in the helpful hints section. You know, weighted lines, FanDuel, penny, blah, blah, blah. Anyways, whenever I see like FanDuel or Pinnacle, if the odds are not at, if the sharp odds are worse, or like FanDuel's better odds than a -131, longer versus short. It's just just changing the terms here. This one's like kind of convoluted, like FanDuel -128. Am I still getting a value? Yeah, sure. This is a fine play if you want it, but there might be better. There might be better. Like this one, Jalen Duren. -135 sharp odds, -135 on FanDuel, -135 on Pinnacle. Yeah, it was a great play. Jalen Duren, under 11.5 rebounds. You could deep link it. Click play now, opens it up. Austin Reeves, under 4.5 rebounds. This one is on Prize Picks. FanDuel, -135. Great. Penny, -135. Excellent. Plug and play. Keldon Johnson, under 9.5 points. This is even better. So it's a -135 odds. Again, the sharp odds are not the same as the plus EV fair odds. Fair odds on the plus EV tool are DVIG lines. We got dozens and dozens and dozens of sports books. We DVIG both sides of the line. We give you the fair odds price. Then you compare that to the price you're paying on these other apps like BetMGM and FanDuel and Underdog and Prize Picks, so on and so forth. And it tells you what the mathematical expected value is in that line you're getting on that book. The DFS Optimizer is very specific to the side you're playing on for the site you're on, and in relation to what the sharp odds are across several sharp books. Not all books. BetMGM, BetRivers, Caesars. These are not sharp books. They do not drive the industry lines. They do not mold, craft, or shape anything. They're followers. They are very slow to adjust and adapt, and you can hammer them for the most part using the plus EV optimizer. So the DFS optimizer takes all those garbage books, shuns them to the side, and says, you're not important. We care about Circa. We care about Bet Online. We care about FanDuel and Pinnacle. And some books are better at certain sports. Pinnacle for NHL and MLB props, NBA for on FanDuel, so on and so forth. And we create our own sharp odds calculation, weighted averages. And my friends, clearly, as you see me use this tool all the time, the DFS Optimizer is so ridiculously good, it's not even funny. And depending on the sport you're playing, you can make a lot of money. 28-13 DFS Optimizer for MLB to the over, and then 104-57 to the unders for NBA. So this is why I'm very specifically looking for MLB overs on the DFS optimizer and NBA unders. And how do I know that? Well, again, track your bets. You can track your process within the tool by clicking the three dots and save bet. It's so important, it's not even funny. So Keldon Johnson under 9.5 points on Prize Picks. Jaden Daniels under 2.5 assists, minus 115 implied odds for a two-pick entry on Underdog. That would be for those 1x multipliers. You get a minus 130 on FanDuel. Pinnacle minus 127. We're starting to get down in that range where I get real picky, but for the sake of the show, let's plug it in. The one thing I would always be mindful of, my friends, again, some of these plays are for tomorrow too. This is May 7th, so we're not locking in a bunch of plays today. Not all plays are created equal despite the edges maybe being similar. That 4.8% for the other one wasn't even as good as this one. I probably could have faded the Jaden McDaniels play. Like if you're hopping on to make 4 or 5 slips really fast, there's no reason for you to have to plug and play every single tap down play because some are not created equal. Personally, that's what I believe. Most will probably say, I don't care, just give me the math. That's fine too. But like if I'm looking at this and I see $2 like this one, perfect example. Let's do this. Minus 115, minus 128 sharp odds, minus 128 sharp odds. Do we have another one? No. Let's say we have like 3 or 4 minus 128 sharp odds. Here's a minus 131, minus 131. And then within that, you then look at it and you're like, wow, okay, so this one has FanDuel at minus 132. And Pinnacle, I don't have it. This one has FanDuel at minus 128, Pinnacle minus 135. So like this Wemby under 12.5 rebounds might be a better play than this one here because the FanDuel odds are slightly worse. Now, are we talking major differences? No, I mean, even the edge percentage is a 0.1%. That just comes down to whether you are somebody who cares about that or not. Totally up to you with what you want to do with this information. This Evan Mobley under 15.5 points on Underdog, also fantastic. Y'all, let me take a breather and take some, what do we got here? There it is. Got the little pinkies up. Espresso cup today. Yep, the projections update hourly based on weather, based on Vegas, based on a myriad of factors, lineups, umpires, things like that. Now, again, Cujo, you sound like somebody who has not watched the tutorial. I'm going to be honest with you, buddy. If you go to the projections page, all right, and you click the tutorial in there, or just go to my YouTube, one of the first things I mention on that is, hey, I personally do not use the projections until they say locked. That is when they are final. That's when the opposing teams and that pitcher team have already they've produced their lineup. It's public, Yankees batting order is confirmed at 5:05 p.m. for their 7:45 game. That's like when that happens, the 10,000 simulations will be run one final time for that game, and then you're going to get the locked final projections, and those are the ones that are checked. The stuff early in the day, I mean, there's a reason why I don't post to Discord either until everything starts to lock in, because things change too much. Dramatic changes. Here was one yesterday. Shohei Ohtani not batting top of the order while he was pitching in yesterday's game. Peter Lambert's hits allowed prop dropped dramatically as soon as Ohtani was not in the top of the order. So if Aaron Judge and Ben Rice and some of these, Cody Bellinger are out and they're getting a rest day for the Yanks, like the opposing pitchers' projections are going to change dramatically. If there's weather, all of a sudden it's colder, it's the wind is coming in, or the umpire assigned for the game is notoriously a pitcher's umpire. Things change. Things change. So your 9 a.m. is not going to look the same as your 3 p.m. versus your 1 hour before a game. Make sure it says locked on the projections. You'll see big old orange locked for the projections, okay? And let's come back to the DFS Optimizer while I'm following this. So what we are doing on this tool, and I'm going to give you a quick little preview. This is the tracker. It's going to be changed here for the projections to quick plays. So in the menu, it'll say quick plays here soon. It's going to be freaking awesome. What you can do is you click like this, Run Line Elite. All right. You can see anytime there's an elite run line play, this is the last 10 days. Those are 10-0. Moneyline elites are 5-3. Runline meta is 30-9 over the last 10 days. Moneyline meta 34-22, 60.7% win rate. These are quick plays. It tells you what the filters are here. And then our goal is to show you what those picks are for that day right within this tool to give you the quick picks. You'll be able to deep link them and everything. So, for example, player props, hits allowed A+ to B+ overs. I posted them yesterday. They went 3-2. Fine. You know, he made like 0.6 units after the VIG. A couple of those plays were like plus 125 or so. Over the last 10 days, here's the results. You went 4-2, 3-1, 4-2, 2-1, 0-1, 4-1, 2-2, 2-2, 4-0, 3-2. You go back, let's go back 20, how many days? 20 days? This 20? About 20 days, right? Okay, I went back 19, whatever. 66-30. How do I know what I'm betting on? See where it says meta? Hits allowed, A+ to B+ over. Here's the market, hits. They're preset filters for you. Direction, over. Grades, A+ to B+. Great. So you go to the player projections. And again, hopefully within the week, when you select these filters, the plays will show up for you and you don't have to go get them. We're just going to show them to you. The quick plays is perfect. But for now, you would go to the player tab, and I'm not going to show, I'm sorry, public. You guys get those free picks, 25-7 this week. Those projections are very, very protected, and members pay for them. So those are staying right there. But you would go to the projections. You'd go to the hits allowed overs and just grab those top down A+ to B+ plays. And there you go. Freaking awesome. What's up, James? Good to see you, bro. The elite run lines have been gold. Yeah, I mean, they're free. That's absurd how free they are. Run line elite, 10-0. Full season, 31-8. Sheesh. That's crazy. That is crazy. The full season is 31-8. Whenever you see these pop up, just run them. And look at that. That's minimum probability, 80%. So on the game tool, you go to the games, you go look at the elite summary because we give you the summary tab, and it'll show you all of the percentages attached to the top picks. I actually just remembered when you go to the game spot too, we have the hits allowed plays there. So this one right here, hits allowed, it's right there in the game section. We actually put it at the top. It says like top projection picks meta. I freaking love that. I forgot we did that. The meta plays are feeding. Yeah. We're essentially making these meta categories, right? Just show up on the main page. That's all. So that when you go to a game, you'll see all the metas. You don't even have to go find them. I believe they're there already. I can't remember what my developers have done yet. All right, let's get back to making picks. You notice the update? Yeah. We just quietly are always improving everything. No. So Big Brick Energy, here's what I personally believe, my friend. The Plus EV Optimizer and the DFS Optimizer are the things that I think are, and the Sharp Money Radar as well, are the things that I think are best for pick'em apps. I think the projections are probably better suited for sports books. That's the truth. I think they're great for making, you want trying to put 5-10 total bets in per day. You're trying to beat no VIG. You want to beat, FanDuel, whatever. When you're playing on the pick'em apps, more than what the model is saying, the importance is on the price of that pick, the payout for those picks. So the math behind the DFS Optimizer, the Plus EV Optimizer for pick'em apps is priority 1. Projections, priority like 2. I mean, and it's not even close. Like, give me the math for a pick'em app. Give me the projections for a sports book. Okay? That makes sense? Yo, what's up, James? Good morning, my friend. You're welcome. Happy to be here. Late. I am late today, but I'm happy to be here. 350 people watching, by the way. Thank you so much, my friends. Thank you so much. I believe in 2026, no longer is it important to look at stuff like this. These player cards, which, by the way, any name you click on the site will open up their player cards. You can research things within their card. You can bounce around from games. You want to look at all their stuff there, how they do during the regular season. By all means, you can do that. Well, what about their alt lines? I'm going to play him for 15+ points during the regular season. He cashed 80% of the games. And the playoffs, 15+ points has happened in 100% of the games. You know, you want to look at their DVP, their projections, the volume-based graphs here. You've got deep linked odds. You click any of these, you can bop around. All right, check out what books have 17.5. Well, look at this. A lot of them. FanDuel, -130. Novig, -125. You go to 18.5, and you got different books here. So anyways, you can do a lot of research within these cards. They're cool. They're fun. They're nice to look at. I'm not a huge fan of using these for betting. I'm just not anymore. It's 2026, y'all. We have these in here because I know you want to pop around and do this. You want to click through all these, and you're like, oh, come on, let me see their player props. What's the DVP? And I know you want to, but I'm telling you right now, following the math, the models, and the sharp money, the math, the models, and the money is how you probably will be in a better position to profit than looking at DVP, game logs, matchups, wind in Wrigley Field. Like all of that nonsense, my friends, is baked into the darn line and what the price is for buying that line. Give it up. Give it up. The days of researching are done. They're done. They're just done. I'm sorry, man. They're just done. You just look at the price you're paying for certain things and you just go. Just go. Anyways, that's just my opinion. You do what you want with your money. Luke Cornett under. Beautiful. Under 3.5 rebounds. This is the biggest edge we've seen all day. -135 FanDuel. Sharp odds -135. That one's for underdog. Great. Let's check out. We got anything for MLB popping up to the overs that we haven't looked at yet? Yeah, we got some hit. Well, yeah, these are essentially hits. Jose Caballero, 9th hitter for the Yankees at home. Don't like that. But, you know, math says it's a good play. We already talked about this one. I'm looking for any pitchers I haven't really discussed. Oh, here's one. Let's look at this. That's 20. Now, not a good play for me. Again, you know, FanDuel, Pinnacle -118. Nah, just nothing good there. Let's check one of the other tools then. Maybe we got something different for him. I'm going to refresh this. Longer than whale. Remember, if you uncheck longer than whale, you're going to see a ton of plays pop up. And I have certain filters and markets. I'm very strict right now. But if you unchecked like BetMGM, DraftKings, if you start unchecking a bunch of stuff, oh no. I have a lag spike. Can you guys hear me? My software is showing 0 bandwidth. I think my show just died. Can you hear me? I just got bandwidth spike back. And my upload speed is back. Okay. Whoa, that was bad. That was close. The stream almost dropped. Oh my gosh, that would have been bad. I was right in the thick of a comment. Yeah, but I think when my bandwidth dipped like that, I couldn't host streaming software. Anyways, because I don't know anything about that stuff, but I tried my best to explain it. Anyways, Bryce Terrain. So let's talk about this. When you see certain amounts of money on certain books, it matters more to me. I've talked about this a little bit. The more money, the more liquidity on these tools, the bigger odds gap. Meaning if a sharp is paying a -115, that whale has dropped 5K on it, but you can get it for a -103. That's a great play. Vice versa. You see $500, you only get 2 cents differential, -111 to a -109. Do I even play that? Nah, probably not. Probably not. So if you uncheck longer than whale, you're going to see crazy money coming in. But the problem is here is you're usually not getting better odds. It's up to you what you want to do with that information. Some people don't care. They're like, I just want to know where the money's going and make my own choices. Personally, I like to make sure that the plays that I play have better odds. That's all. I just want to make sure the plays that I am playing have better odds. Wow, a lot of hits props. And Embiid under, always interested in that. Let's go ahead and plug that one in. That's BetMGM -120. Sure. All right. Listen, I think I've exhausted most of the elite value from the tools over the last 30 minutes. And here's the deal. The value will ebb and flow throughout the day. And I have, oh no. Speed test. Holy crap, my internet is crawling. Yeah, I got to figure this out before next NFL season. I see myself moving on YouTube. That's good. Can you all hear me? What's up? Hey, good to see you, Dave. Well, you made it. I love it. We'll pop back up. Jeez, dude. Who remembers the NFL season when this used to happen in the middle of my NFL shows? It would always be during the second hour of the show, Sunday mornings. And here we are, second hour. I'm doing a later stream. We never have any issues between 9 and 10. What the heck? It's so annoying. What was I doing? I think I was trying to make a point. Oh, yes, I was. What I was saying is that the value ebbs and flows throughout the day. So there's only so much value at all times. I have just taken and placed a bunch of picks from these tools into my best tracker so I can track how my show performance is. And we continue to absolutely smash 25-7 run right here on this show. I'm about to show you all the picks that I made today because we hide nothing. We hide nothing. Transparency is key. And honestly, me showing you all of these picks, which I'll do this very second, this only helps my business. Because when you see the picks and you're like, yep, he showed these 19 picks on Monday's show and went 16-3, people start saying, you know what, I no longer need these rando commando Twitter cappers originating their bets from their toilet seat, browsing game logs. And then they come back Tuesday, they're like, maybe it was a fluke. And then on Tuesday, they go 9-4 on my picks. You know what? This only helps my business because they get proof. They experience it day after day. Green, so many green shows. These are the live shows. March was a movie. April was amazing. And March has been nothing but special. Or excuse me, May has been nothing but special so far. So I have everything to gain from giving you as many free picks and wins as I can. And it's on you to keep coming back for more. I'm going to take my time. I'll leave it here. You guys can copy what you want. Are we due for a bad day? Yeah, sure, I guess. You want to look at it like that, I guess you could say I am due for a bad day. But you know what? Math long-term, variance smooths out. The bad days are few and far between. I'm going to be real with you. Do you have them? Yeah, sure. It's betting. So here's the picks from the 5th. We made these yesterday. These are all current for tonight. These are mostly pick'em apps because I know everybody comes to watch the pick'em shows. Is what it is. And like I was saying, my goal is to literally just, my goal is to just feed you, just give you so many wins. It's not even funny because guess what? It makes the product look good. You get a proof of concept. And then you know what you do after that? You're like, you know what? I want to do this on my own outside of that 30 to 45 minute show every day. And you do it on your own. And you sign up. Again, last but not least, grandfathered pricing. I'm going to say it one more time. Whatever you sign up at, you don't cancel. You keep that price tag. There are people using part of this site right now for $15 a month still because they're grandfathered into the old price. That's an absurd value. There's going to be people at this $40 or $60 price tag. In a year or two, they're looking at $200, maybe $300 a month. And they're sitting there on a $40 price tag or a $60 price tag. I'm telling you right now, I honor the early adopters who helped me grow and be able to reinvest into the site and make it a better product, which ultimately then has more overhead, which you have to cover, blah, blah, blah. But I'm going to be transparent with you. The price is going up long term, and I'm always going to share that. I don't want that to be a secret. I don't want you to be like, oh man, I was waiting for October. I wanted to see the first month of NFL. And it's like, you come back in October, it's $1.29. Like the site's going to improve. There's going to be a parlay builder here soon. Price goes up. More things get built. Price goes up. Everything costs on my end to make. So overhead increases. That's life. That's life. All right. 23 picks. Let's freaking stay hot. 16-3 Monday, 9-4 Tuesday. And what are we going to do with these next 23 picks? Man, give me a 23-0 sweep. Will it happen? No. Is there a shot? Who knows? Who knows? The site pays for itself if used correctly. Yeah, no doubt. Should. Just math. Math, money, models. Have yourselves a wonderful day, my friends. Honestly, I'm super excited about today. It's a good-looking slate. We got NHL, NBA playoffs, both. We have MLB, interesting slate. Weather dependent. Could be an interesting day of weather. So I would imagine some of those locked projections, those final simulations will not come until later. Lean heavily on these trackers. If you're already a member, this message is for you really quick. Remember, you can literally just come here and go, boop. Take the best plays. Take the best plays. All right. Oh, wow. Okay, hold on. I was wondering, you know what? I think they're doing updates right now. Because I just saw something change while I was doing it. And the developers are doing multiple updates today. I'm so excited. I'm hoping that would be so darn cool. If you come to this quick plays tool, you'll know it's updated when it says quick plays, by the way. You come here and click this and it shows you what those bets are. But right now, again, go to the game and you'll see those categories. They're all just in list format. So easy. Take a quick screenshot, tag a quick pick link or a bot inside my Discord. It'll make a link with all the picks for you. So simple. But again, these are hot. These are red freaking hot. Don't overthink this. I would not overthink this. These have been so good. Game lines, the elites, last 30 days are 18-1. All right. Don't overthink it. Again, if you see those, just run them. The money line's got a model update on the 12th. So we'll go to the 12th. And since the 12th, let's see how those have done. And then I got to go. Just beating a dead horse. But I'm interested and I'm looking for myself. Those are 12 and 6 since the update. Those are the elites. And the metas, real quick, one last time. My internet is just struggling. But we're making it. 86 and 48. And there's a lot of people that bet on money lines. 64.2% is going to make you some money. All right, everybody, I love you. I do appreciate you. Thanks for hanging with me. Sometimes I don't like to say goodbye. I'm definitely an hour-long streamer, and it's 40 minutes, and I'm struggling to say goodbye because I don't like goodbyes, and I like to stream longer, but I got work to do. It's late. Thanks for hanging in with me and checking out the new time slot today. I'll be back at my normal time, 9 a.m. Eastern on Thursday, so you come here, and I'll be here for you. I think that's all the house cleaning items I got. MySprayEdge.com. Have yourselves a wonderful day, my friends. Let's get paid.